What's up guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Divine. I'm a musical choir, minominak, drummer and a keyboardist. I have been for many years. I started making these videos as a space for music lovers like myself to check out our favorite artists and break down some of our findings that make them so fantastic. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at the Perseverance Reaction in order to recommend your favorite singers for us to react to. Hey, you killed it, you killed it, you killed it. What's up YouTube? Hope you guys are feeling good. Today guys, we're back here with a new video guys. Today I'm here, my beautiful guest.
Hello guys, hello you all. I'm Vix Beauty and I'm going to be you guys and we're going to have an amazing reaction. So stay tuned.
Okay, today we're going to be reacting to man shuts down delusional woman with facts. Okay, this is going to be amazing. I will check this out with you guys. Hope you will check it out, right? Okay, you know how it is, guys. We'll talk less about it over yet more. Let's get into this video.
If you were to intentionally misgender a trans woman, that could put her at risk of murder. You understand that?
I don't.
I think that really does show that you're privileged in the situation then.
You said these are the pronouns I need to use.
Yeah.
I said, what if I don't? You said that's an act of violence.
Yeah, I would
so
consider that an act of violence against me.
An act of violence against you is a crime.
I would consider that,
So,
I would consider
do you
you being disrespecting me as a person. And that's not okay, and that's not even ethical. It doesn't matter if it's legal, it's not ethical. And I don't know how you can do something that's considered unethical.
You said that's an act of violence. That's a crime, okay.
I didn't say that was a crime.
An act of violence against you is a crime. So
I did not say that.
You said it is an act of violence against you.
I said it's an act of violence, and I said misgendering anyone's an act of violence.
Yes, you said it is an act of violence against that person. That is in fact a crime. So here's my question. Since we've now decided we have no idea how many pronouns there are, we can never know how many pronouns there are, and to not use a proper pronoun
You can ask.
is an act of violence against them. Did you ask my pronouns before you sat down?
No, I didn't ask your pronouns because
Why?
I haven't referred to you with pronouns.
You didn't ask my pronouns though. You just said you can ask.
Yeah, you can ask. What are your pronouns?
But you didn't ask.
I'm not into touching, okay? I'm not into, okay. Put that out front. I'm no touching, no touching.
No touching, I won't touch you. Gorgeous. And then we start walking.
Yeah.
Ooh, who is this? Cool.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm a man of God, I can't do this.
Oh, no.
I love those people, I pray for them. I would never do anything to hurt them or condemn them. But men are not supposed to dress like women. I'm not gonna go along with that. It's time to stand up and be a man of God.
An opinion you have that might piss
No
some
wonder
people
you
off.
said I'm not into touching. I don't understand.
I don't think the trans movement is about safeguarding people's ability to express their gender. I think it was brought forth as a social issue for politicians to get behind, and now it's used as a wedge issue to weed out ideologically non-compliant people. To that end, I think it deliberately empowers the most emotional and dogmatic people, like those going after J.K. Rowling and Dave Chappelle. I mean, we all know there's a distinction to be had, but many of us pretend like there's not because we've been told that there's not, and that the right thing to say is that there's no distinction. It reminds me of Orwell's 1984, where he's being tortured and repeatedly asked how many fingers are being held up, and ultimately the right answer is whatever the state says there is. Many accept these terms because it's the path of least resistance set forth by the people who own and run the megaphones, who dictate what does and does not make a good person, as well as a loyal army of shock troops who will effectively come after you and your reputation both off and on Twitter if you step out of line. The solution always seems to be to control language and grant the ruling class more control.
We're looking at here.
Well, you were looking at TSER's fantastic little gender unicorn. It teaches students of all ages about gender identity, expression, and attraction. It teaches them that everything is on a spectrum and they should be able to explore and express themselves.
And you say that this is appropriate beginning in kindergarten.
I mean, I've worked with parents who brought it into preschools even. I see you nodding your head, but I'm sure you're very excited about it. And I do want to point out that there are plenty of trans youth, myself included, who have come out at young ages. If I had this as a tool when I was 8 years old, I would have been so much more comfortable with myself. I would have known who
Stop
I was.
capping, stop capping. That is nonsense.
Piggyback on that, the signs of gender dysphoria develop very young. Like you can see it in a 3-year-old. And by the time they're 4, their gender identity is pretty much solidified.
This is why so many people are scared to send their kids to public school. It's a known fact that a child's experience in the first 5 years of their life has been shown to have a significant impact on the developmental outcomes for the rest of their life. And this is the type of thing they're being exposed to.
So you will see the signs of someone who's not happy with the gender they're born with very little.
Actually, that's not true. That is not true.
You can suppress
Most-
it. Their gender expression
no,
is
not
different.
True.
Gender
all
expression
of the science
depends on
for
the
last, all the science for the last 100 years has shown in boys who experience gender dysphoria between 2 and 3, 85% of them simply grow up to be gay.
Oh, I love that you're saying
And
this
the
study,
other
'cause I know
5,
exactly
don't
which
interrupt,
one it is.
don't
This
interrupt
is,
and be rude.
I will.
The other 5%
You don't think that dismissing an
tend
entire
to
group
be
of people
straight,
is being rude?
And then there are 1 or 2%. The transgender dysphoria persists into adulthood.
At the age of 4, a child is not going to know what emotional attraction means versus physical attraction.
Children do get crushes.
This is a completely age inappropriate product to be putting in front of children and hijacking this unicorn.
There's always something with these type of people that you can just tell by looking at them that there's something off. Even when they're presented with the facts, they just go into defense mode. Imagine growing up and your whole life believing something that is a delusion. It's very hard for these people to face the truth, and when they are faced with the truth and hard facts, it just crumbles their whole world, and they go into a shell and they go into complete defense mode because they're not willing to accept the fact that something they've believed their whole life is actually a lie.
Concept.
You say that 12 is the age that you should be talking to children about gender.
So the gender dysphoria develops very early in life, but between the ages of 4 and 6, children think very concretely about the world around them. They
Right.
see black and white. Oh, girls are supposed to have long hair and boys are supposed to have short hair. And that's solidified in their minds and they can't see any other thing. It really isn't until, and their perception of the world is shaped by what they see in their family, what they see on TV. It isn't until 6 or 7 when they start to think more abstractly about things. Oh, maybe girls can have short hair or boys can have long hair. It isn't until that age that you could start talking to them about it. But it should be puberty. Because if they go through puberty in the wrong gender, it's going to cause a lot of psychological
So you just
turmoil.
made the point, though, that 4 is much too young to have
I
these
never
conversations.
said have the
Because you-
conversation at 4. I
But
said
she-
the signs
she
of
is
gender
having the
dysphoria.
conversation. She is promoting the conversation at 4.
What these people really need is another grown-up friend to talk to, because all they're doing is pushing their own insecurities on these young kids. That's all they're doing. I mean, this woman basically just said kids should be taught before they go through puberty, so she's advocating transitional surgery for kids before they hit the age of, 12 and 13? What if they change their mind after puberty? You've done irreversible damage to the kids who weren't even adults when you influenced them to go through this life-changing surgery, which could potentially ruin their lives forever. Anyway, here's a little bit of proof just how insane these people really are. The blonde man who identifies as a woman, trans activist accused of sexual assault offering hormones to youth. A California-based trans activist offering cross-sex hormones to youth through the internet has a long history of sexual assault allegations with accusations from multiple victims, including those who were minors at the time, who reported he abused them. Ellie Ehrlich, 27, is under fire after posting his plan to ship cross-sex hormones to young people through the internet without any medical oversight or prescription. This is where he posted it on Instagram and quickly deleted it, but obviously it's too late. Once it's on the internet, it's there forever. But this is the type of person they're letting into schools to teach 3 and 4-year-olds. I mean, it's got to be something seriously wrong with the world that this has been allowed to continue.
I'm trying to work that through in my head. Yeah, it took a while,
You pick any actual woman in this room. In what way do you know that you belong in the same category as them?
I know because they tell me. So here was the...
You need them to tell you what you are?
Women, yes. I trust the opinions of the women around me.
And if most women...
It's incredible. You might try it sometime.
If most women voted and said they don't see you as a woman, would you say I'm not a woman anymore?
If who?
If most women voted and said they don't see you as a woman anymore, would you then relent and say, I'm not a woman?
I would say most people on the planet have no idea who I am. I'm going to trust the opinions of the people who've spent their lives with me.
But you are relying on other people to tell you who you are, is what we're establishing.
For context, I know you like to say everybody's rah-rahing and supporting transgender people and yet they're still killing themselves, etc. But I'm standing here in a room full of people applauding you and asking questions like, how can I put out legislation here in New Mexico, my home state I grew up in, to try to reverse transgenderism? I'm not safe. And it
How are you not safe? You just said you're standing in a room with people who disagree with you and you're perfectly fine. So how are you not safe? Okay, look, we're going round and round. You don't want to answer any of the questions. Maybe we'll end with this because we're talking about womanhood. So people could probably shout out the question I'm going to ask you right now.
Okay.
But you know that you're a woman.
Yes.
What is that?
So gender is a social thing. It only
I don't
makes
want to hear
sense.
that. What is a woman? What is a woman?
What is a woman?
The word woman, define in the dictionary. Go.
A woman is somebody who is included and respected and seen and participates in society, recognized by other women. If you speak with women,
circular definition.
That's mine. Whatever.
That is a very dumb definition.
Okay. Thank you. Good. Male gametes. That's what makes me male.
No, your sperm don't make you male.
Then what does?
It's a constellation.
In reality, in truth, okay?
Whose truth are we talking about?
The same truth that says we're sitting in this room right now, you and I.
No, you're not listening.
If I see a chicken laying eggs and I say that's a female chicken laying eggs, did I assign female or am I just observing a physical reality that's happening in the world?
Does a chicken have gender identity? Does a chicken cry?
Some people are getting into... I'm shocked because these are just started a few years ago. All this, if you tell me this like 10 years ago, I said this, well, they're all mad. But right now, it's getting more extreme. This is absurd. This is where I'm just shocked. Because the more they are promoting such arts, the more it's getting bad. And if you observe, each and every one of them who's doing all this trans, take the hormone pill, they are all abusive people. Mostly guys who are transgendering, or how did they call that word? Changing to a woman. They are all abusive people. Very, 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 very dangerous individuals die in this world. Just go make your research. Check. I don't know who's promoting this propagation, but I feel like it's done by politicians. I said they're sponsoring it. I might be wrong, but this is serious, and the more awareness this thing is showing around, the more dangerous it's becoming. Because young people are not saying it and thinking like, I can be the first man who can do this and he's going to be written in history. But it's dumb. It's stupid. Very, very stupid. Just getting out of hand and it's very dangerous. But the entire video itself, that's serious. What do you think?
And the most interesting parts, not interesting, the most complex part is that we are in a very, very, very crazy generation that once they believe in something, it's more like saying women believing in woman power, girl power. You get that. Now transgender, like, it's crazy. And once they believe on something, you can't actually take them back. And especially when they grow with it, it's crazy. This whole transgender issue is really crazy and it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. Okay, define a woman. You're giving us a whole total scrap definition that doesn't really make any sense. Like, that doesn't make any sense, literally. Why do you have to do that? This whole transgender issue is crazy. And it's, like you said, it started just a few years ago and now it's all over the place. And now it's going to, if it doesn't end now, or if it doesn't reduce now, it's going to affect a whole lot of things and it's going to affect the upcoming kids, the upcoming generation. Let me say that. The upcoming generation is going to affect a whole lot of things because now kids are going to grow and see a man as a woman, which is crazy, and they probably might be a man. And oh my God, he's acting like a woman. That means I can do this also. So let's try this. Like, that's crazy. This is a really crazy generation, honestly.
So guys, comment down below what you think about this video. Give us a thumbs up, share this video to as many as you can. Subscribe to the channel, guys, to know how to do it. We'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you stay safe.
I just want a bag, like an old lady. I'm backwoods smoking, I don't own papers, past that 808. That don't shake her. Oh, bitch, you know I'm grinding like a pro skater. Baby mama bugging, I'm so quick to hit ignore. Buku bitches in my bed, I got scales on.